Guys, how to kickstart your IELTS listening test preparation. Let's get started with task 1. Well, firstly, ensure that you know that 40 minutes amount is devoted to IELTS listening, which means 30 minutes is where you have to listen and write down your answers in the question paper, and in the last 10 minutes you will be allowed to copy paste those answers from your question paper to the answer sheet. And if you're attempting computer based test, then there is no such thing. You get hardly 2 minutes in the end because all your questions are simultaneously answered. Now here guys, how you can improve. The improvement plan is try to attempt one listening test every day. You have multiple videos you at YouTube, you have multiple content at various channels or say websites, I would say. Pick any listening test and attempt it. Now here please ensure that in your every listening test you are scoring above 35. Nothing below 35 guys, because what happens in the real time exam, you tend to score 3 to 4 marks less than what you were scoring in your practice test. So if you are attempting to score say 36, then please try to attempt 40 on 40 or 39 out of 40 during your practice test. Now coming up with 3 most important tips guys, please hear me out. Firstly guys, here you have to ensure that in MCQ type of questions, the examiner, rather I would say the narrator, will confuse you by stating answers. The options will be spoken by the speaker, right? But in a modified way. So the exact answer lies between any of these 4 answers. So what you have to do is to avoid confusion. First, hear aptly, of course, which you will be doing. But here, listen to me for the second point. You have to start marking a cross across those answers which you are 100% sure are not correct. Why guys? Because it is always better to pick one correct answer out of 2 than picking one correct answer out of 4. So try to eliminate. This is the elimination method. So once you eliminate the wrong answers, you will be left with the right answers. And then you can think for a second that examiner has said the exact same thing, or has he modified this sentence and brought some element to it. If there is a modification guys, then it is the wrong answer. And then you are left with the right answer. Now another technique is guys, you have to ensure in map based test you mark north, west, south, east direction on your map. If you're attempting paper based test, then it's great, you can do that. If not, you're attempting computer based test, right? You have a handy paper. Try to mention that on that paper. And now wherever the narrator is taking you, try to map your direction through the mentioning of those directions. He says north, right on the top of your paper N is written. Now follow that north path. Alright, if he says south, then do the otherwise. So that becomes very easy in attempting map based question. Otherwise, there is no other technique. There is no hard and fast rule to get the answer right. This is the only thing you can do to ensure that your answers are correct. The last tip here is guys, try to attempt as fast as possible in your practice test, because anyhow in your real time exam your speed will be little slower than what it was during your practice test. So if you're getting stuck at your home in your practice test or in your coaching, then you will for sure get stuck in your real time exam. So try to pace up, try to be fast, try to answer and hear speedily, and then attempt the answers at a faster pace. Now guys, the technique here, why I'm stressing on this is, again as I mentioned, that in the real time exam you have a lot of different circumstances. You have distractions, you have nervousness, some emotions going up in your head. So you will not be able to focus 100% as much as you can at your home or in your coaching center. So please make sure that you do that. Lastly guys, please make sure that once you're attempting say listening test every day, all right, make a review say at the end of the week. Figure out in what all sections you are going wrong, in what kind of questions you are going wrong, what are your weak sections. That is very important, because if you're scoring say really well at MCQ or map based questions, then you should know where your efforts and attention should go on. which is like, for example, matching questions. You know that every time in every listening test you are making some answers wrong in this kind of question, then please focus more. Try to practice more for this particular set of questions. That is really helpful, and hardly anybody tells you. They just tell you to focus on your strengths. No, you have to focus on your weaknesses as well. Now, golden tip here, guys. Do not start your preparation with Cambridge English books. Don't be surprised why I'm saying this is because the books are very authentic, right? And they are limited in number. So start your preparation with the sample answers, questions given at YouTube, given at different websites that are similar to what Cambridge English provides you. Why? Because the books are limited. So you need to keep those handy during the last days of your preparation. If you use it in the initial part, the resources will get exhausted and you will not be left with anything, fructifying in the end days of your preparation. So keep it for the last days. Guys, this is all for listening test preparation. If you like my video, please subscribe to my channel, and if you have any queries, write to me at askakriti@gmail.com.